everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the fall campaign for Arkham Horror, the card game. Earlier this morning when we did Return to the Pallid Mask, we picked up 5 experience, and it looked a little bit dicey for Jacqueline there toward the end of the scenario, mainly because we had to make more liberal use of the Black Book than I would have liked, but we managed to escape without any trauma there, even though again it was close for Jacqueline. In this video, we're going to upgrade the decks with the 5 experience that we gained from the scenario, and then we'll have the tarot reading for the next scenario. With that, let's jump into upgrades, and we'll go say hello first to Jacqueline. Hello, Jacqueline. The Crystal Pendulum was basically tailor-made for you, but we're going to replace it with a raw stat bomb in Key of Yiz. So let's take a look at Key of Yiz. Let the Storm Rage. 3 cost to play, Wildcard, and Will on Commit. You get +1 to each of your skills for each horror on Key of Yiz. Forced. When any amount of horror will be placed on you, place 1 of that horror on Key of Yiz. And forced. When Key of Yiz leaves play, discard the top 10 cards of your deck. 4 sanity on Soak. With the number of weaknesses that are in Jacqueline's deck right now, I don't even mind that too terribly much, just because we can potentially use the Key of Yiz to hopefully clear a bunch of weaknesses out of the deck, especially if we're searching it repeatedly. But that's it for Jacqueline's upgrades. Now let's go to Mandy. Hello, Mandy. Your upgrades are going to be a little bit more involved, but only because we have more cards to upgrade. We're going to take our 2 copies of I've Got a Plan. We're going to upgrade 1 to level 2, so we'll take a look at that. We gain another lore on Commit, and we gain a +2 lore on the attack. So not much of an upgrade there. And then we're going to take the other one, the other copy of I've Got a Plan, and upgrade it to another copy of Ariadne's Twine. We'll just refresh our memory on that real quick. Uses 0 secrets. Secrets on it may be spent as if they were on any asset controlled by an investigator at your location. As a fast action, we can exhaust Ariadne's Twine to move 1 secret from an asset you control to your resource pool as a resource, or vice versa. So we'll move that into Mandy's deck. And of course the decks are going to be the deck list will be updated on Arkham DB, so that's not going to be a problem. But that will do it for upgrades. So now let's move back up top for the tarot reading. I've got the tarot deck right here in shot. We're probably going to audible Strength 8 away if we pull it here. Even though it's been very useful for us in the last 2 scenarios, I'd like to get a little bit more variety on the cards we're encountering. So we're just giving the tarot deck a quick shuffle. Give it a cut, and there are the 2 cards we'll have to look at for the scenario. So first card up we get to look at Judgment 20. When the game begins, replace a skull token in the chaos bag with a 0 token. Swap them back after the game ends on the good side. Or, when the game begins, replace the highest non-negative token in the chaos bag with a skull token. Swap them back after the game ends. And the High Priestess 2. We just had this. This one I'm gonna audible that away as well. So let's see what we've got here. The Emperor 4. During the first combat test each investigator performs each round, they get +1 will, or +1 combat, right? Yep, that's combat. On the bad side, during the first combat test each investigator performs each round, they get -1 combat. Given that we don't use combat for anything in these 2 decks, mainly because our combat values both blow chunks, Mandy's is a 1, Jacqueline isn't much better at 2, we're going to flip the Emperor 4. So let me make some notes here. Good is Judgment 20. Start of game. Swap a skull with 0. And the bad is Emperor 4. First combat test. -1 combat. And that's our tarot reading for the 7th scenario of the campaign, of the fall campaign, which will be next week. But before that we'll be debuting a new Terra Mystica-esque game on the channel as we play Age of Innovation from Pure Land Spiel. Then Sunday next week, the fall campaign continues with the 7th scenario, Return to Black Star's Rise. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.